at each other, quite mad, and they weren't speaking for a good day up there. And then they started duking it out with each other, fighting and everything. And meanwhile, the people who had survived in Pompey that were able to regroup were moving into the Quick and Easy, which is the, as you all know in this room, is a convenience store. I had a little trouble with my editor in New York over this book. When they weren't speaking to each other, I kind of left a gap in the book there, and she called me up and she said, "Do you realize there are 3 blank pages in this book?" And I'm like, "Right." And then they're like, "Oh, they're not speaking to each other?" I'm like, "Right." And she made me fill in those pages, which was one of the hardest things I had to do. Like, I had to write 3 pages of silence. And then she called me up again. "I don't know what this is." And I said, what would that be? And she said, KWIK, capital N, capital EZ. And I said, "Well, that's the Quick and Easy." And she said, "The what?" And I don't know. I guess they don't have convenience stores in New York. Anyway, so the Quick and Easy was the only thing that was on a little bit of a rise in Pompey, and it was the only thing that was dry. So the survivors of the town started moving there, and they started getting their mail delivered there, and they started having religious services there, and they were, there was food there, so they were eating hot dogs off the rotisserie, and then they would, there wasn't a lot of anything to do much, but they would drag their chairs out into the parking lot, their folding chairs out in the parking lot. And there were those girls on the roof, and they got, real entertainment there going on there. And so those girls, they could have gotten the girls off the roof a lot sooner than they did, but they thought, well, what the heck, we're having a good time watching them here. And then they became a tourist attraction. And tourists came to watch the floodwaters, and they'd pull into the Quick and Easy, and then they'd see the girls, and then they'd take their chairs out into the parking lot, and they'd buy hot dogs. And so there was economic development for a while there. And but they did finally get off the roof on the 4th day. And if you want to know how they got down, you have to buy a book right over there on that table. I'd be happy to sign them. I'm done with this reading. So then they had to deal with Fink. Remember him? So this is the end of Fink.